Similar to finding the tempo of any loop or sample, having the ability to find the key is equally, if not more important. What's up guys, Barry here, and if it's your first time on the channel, we talk about hip-hop, beat making, and general music production. So if that's your thing, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. With that said, in today's video, I'm going to share with you a couple tools as well as some tips and tricks as to how to find the key of any loop or sample. If you're not comfortable with music theory or confident in your general ear training, Mixed in Key is an essential tool for anyone remixing or using samples. So this is the software version of Mixed in Key. There's also a studio edition that you can use as a plugin within your DAW. But what makes Mixed in Key so great, in addition to how accurate it is how easy and quick it is to use. All you have to do is drag and drop. You just wait a few seconds for it to process, and you have all the information that you need. A nice little feature is that it also has a player where you can audition and listen to the tracks. And my favorite feature is this virtual piano that you can use to verify the key of the track. You're also not limited to dragging just one sample in at a time. You can grab as many or as few as you want, and it'll process it the same way. And on the top left, you'll find a graphic similar to a chord wheel. It'll allow you to filter in or filter out that specific key. So if we want the key of C, we select it in the chord wheel, and if we want its relative minor, we can add A minor to the search parameters as well. Mixed in Key is a great tool to get you started. Utilizing a chord wheel will get you to the next step. So I won't spend too much time on the chord wheel, as the topic of chords will be its own separate video, but the chord wheel I feel is essential to come after something like Mixed in Key, as it's your roadmap to the key of your loop or your sample. So breaking down the key of C, you have chords 1 through 7 mapped out for you, which makes this the perfect tool to come after you find the key of your sample or loop. Alright guys, so those are just a couple tools that you can use to find the key of your sample or loop. Now let's jump into Maschine, and I'll share with you a couple tips and tricks on how to find the key by ear. So now the sample. So it sounds like we're in the key of E. Now for major or minor. So we're definitely in E minor. So let's reconfigure our pads from chromatic to minor and adjust our root notes from C to E. Now we just play around till we hear something we like. By the way, I like using a piano to help me find the key, as it's easier to hear over samples versus a bass or a synth. And with that said, let's check out the second example. Alright, so once again, we've landed on E. Now for major or minor. So definitely sounds like we're in E major. So let's reconfigure our pads and find some notes that we like. All right, guys, so we were able to find one minor and one major key. Let's do one more for safe measure. So this is a little bit of a tricky one as the first chord is C, but it has that F sharp in it, which tells me it's not in the key of C. So here's where a little bit of music theory comes in handy. So what key has one sharp in it? That key would be G major or its relative minor, E minor. Alright guys, so there's a quick video on how to find the key of any loop or sample. Down in the comments, let me know if there's any other software or websites that you use other than Mixed in Key. With that said, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already, and happy beat making. Peace.